Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the big show over here tonight. Jann Scott with you. Here, big wine shop, there we are. Yeah, in studio here. Ian's going to be here interviewing us later on tonight. Ian was our page and a writer and an intern that we abused, and he's graduating. And his parents will be coming into town, and I'm going to tell you later on where the graduation party will be. We'll make his parents like pay for fucking everybody in Boulder. That will do it. For the big party, anyways, he'll be interviewing me later on, and some questions for his paper. So that'll be going on later. And then we also have women-owned businesses be coming up later on. We have 37 minutes of women-owned businesses that will be on tonight. That'll be kind of interesting. And also we have Mickey Rainey, who has Classic Facets. It's just this great store with antique jewelry. So we have a little interview going on over there. But first, hi, how are you? Did you like that opening music that we had? Wasn't that great? Did you hear that? Let's hear the music again. It's so good. I love it. Yeah, Jay Giles. I saw Jay Giles live once. Oh, Christ, yeah. It was 1970, 71 in the State Theater in Hartford, Connecticut. It was Jay Giles came on at like 1 in the morning, and Holland Oates opened for them. Oh, wow. And people were tripping, taking drugs, drinking, and being completely naked in this theater. And just locked the doors, rocked on till... and people were having sex.
Were you naked?
I don't remember. I was taking too many psychedelic drugs at the time. Oh man, and it was in the middle of winter. But I know when I walked outside, the sun was coming up the next day. It was Sunday morning. People were going to church, and there were still like 700 people in the theater. Jay Giles played all night, all fucking night long, and then Hall & Oates came back on. It was like a 7-hour concert, 8-hour concert, maybe longer than that. I mean, it really went on forever. All right, couple books we want to show you this evening. This one's called Colorado, an Aerial Geography of the Highest State by Tom Hebert and Jim Wark, and here it is. This one's out in bookstores now. This is, we like to sometimes promote, publish Colorado published books. And this is published by a small publisher over in Glenwood Springs and Aspen. I don't know if you can get this here. It's published by Western Reflections. They're over in Montrose, Colorado. And this book came out this year. And it is really quite a good book. It's excellent. And unlike some of the crap that you see out and about, this one has a really good quality photographs, and so we kind of recommend this one. And if your local bookstore doesn't have it, you might ask them to get it. I mean, I have no vested interest in it. I just happen to really like it. It's called Colorado, an Aerial Geography of the Highest State. Tom Hebert, Jim Wark, there it is. It's just published this year. And if you like coffee table type books, but more than that, the photography is just excellent. Just the best. All right, there's this one. Another one. This one's called I Never Knew That About Colorado, a quaint volume of forgotten folklore by Abbott Fay, also by the same publisher. I love these kind of books because there's just a whole ton of bullshit in here that you may not know, like slavery after the Civil War, the man who wore out his coffin, Adolf Hitler's Colorado Ranch. Do you know that Adolf Hitler had a ranch here in Colorado? And then it was such a huge embarrassment that the people who sold it to him, Adolf Hitler, of course, had to take it back and try to bury the paperwork. So Hitler had this thing about cowboys in Colorado, and once he conquered America, he planned on coming here and living in his ranch. And then there was a time that it snowed ducks on Interstate 70, and these ducks, I swear to God, well, the way it happened was these ducks were flying in a huge formation. There were a whole bunch of them, just giant formation of ducks, like about 200 or 300, and they all flew through the same downdraft or vortex at the very same time, and it killed them and just shot them right down on Interstate 70, splattered ducks everywhere. That's pretty sick.
A lot of meat on that interstate.
So anyways, here's the book. It's called I Never Knew That About Colorado. Hi, how are you? Good. Jann Scott live. We got these in Mexico when we were down there. Did we get these in Mexico?
I think that was before I was here. We got those a long time ago.
I can't remember. These are someplace.
Probably
Gina Colada. Okay, first thing. Mickey Rainey. Here's a woman that has, she's on the West End. This is part of our West End show. But we wanted to show this again because this Classic Facets has the most antique historic jewelry, not only in the state of Colorado, but certainly in the western United States. Have a look at this.
Boulder. Are you going to come up? I'll call you back. It is one of a kind.
Is it working?
Gonna have to fix this problem.
Oh, you should play it in the same deck that you played the opening from. Are you doing that?
Yep.
Let's try it again. See what we get.
Colorado, we are located.
We have problems with these shitty decks down here at CATV. Part of the budget cuts, or part of them not being serviced. I don't really know. There it is. Now it'll work. That's all right. Just let that play. That's fine. Let's try to turn the audio up.
I'll call you back. It is a one-of-a-kind store in Boulder, Colorado. We are located at 942 Pearl Street, right next to the Trident Cafe, which everybody knows. We're on the fabulous...
That's okay. I have a question for you.
The store started in 1985 as a essentially used clothes.
We're done on this part.
Okay. The president said the last 25 years I live relatively close to downtown. I've been on the West End for my entire 16 years in business. It has changed significantly from a little sleepy area to a wonderful, vital, growing business area. And it's growing in a way to be what Boulder used to be, with locally owned businesses. 20 years ago, this was very sleepy down here. When I started in business in '85, I was on Walnut Street, and my landlord kept telling me that Walnut Street was going to be the big, exciting new street in Boulder. Just wait till that hotel goes in. Well, the hotel hasn't gone in yet, but the West End has changed significantly. To buy our inventory, he loves them, period. Boulder, for the last 30, 40 years. A lot of them still hang out at the Trident. There's a morning crowd that's here every single day. We get to know all of them. We have people who frequent all of the estate sales and garage sales and go shopping for us and come in to visit us all the time. We have favorites even among the street people who come to see us. Classic Facets specializes in vintage, antique, and estate jewelry. We try to carry only the authentic pieces. We do not carry new jewelry. We don't carry reproductions. We work in specific areas. Here you see antique rubies, emeralds, and sapphires.
Go.
This is an example of creature pins that were worn in the 1950s. Bugs, animals. Those are not Coke spoons. Those are nut picks.
All right. Back here on Jann Scott Live. How you doing? Anyways, that's classic Facets. An interesting part is that store has been in Boulder for almost 30 years, and we thought we'd play that because it kind of goes along with some of the antique things that we know of it in our TV show, and also some women-owned businesses. Also, now the next thing we're going to show you is this piece we have on women-owned businesses, and hopefully this this deck will play it. We may have to fool around with it to get it to play right. And then when we come back, Ian's going to interview me, which should be fairly amusing. That'll be in about 37 minutes here on Jann Scott Live.
My name is Jennifer Bodanna, and I own J. Bodanna Arts in Boulder. And right now I'm creating a mural. This piece I wanted to put in the room because there's vaulted ceilings which come to a 45-degree angle, and I wanted to create a space that had an arc. And to represent the mountains, I put some mountains in here. This is kind of the Flatirons to represent life. And then it's got different elements: water, the sun above is fire, and then you've got the air and the earth. And these are some topiaries that I created, so if a viewer is looking at it, they feel like they can walk through this pathway as if they're going into a garden, and then this is what they see. And this is going to be a dining area. Well, I primarily do this type of work. I do murals, I do faux finishes, which could be sponging, ragging. These are techniques that I use with different glazes and different paint mediums. In this wall, I'm doing a color wash, and I've sponged a little bit in the center of the actual mural, and I've done freehand work. Trompe-l'oeil murals are more realistic looking, so you see this, and this has kind of a playfulness to it, whereas a trompe-l'oeil, you would be walking into almost a realistic setting, say a garden or an ocean scene or something like that.
Cards and glass?
My greeting cards, I've started doing that. I have a goddess series, and I also do some Boulder depictions. And my glassware, I just started getting into painting on glass. I create wine glasses, vases, different types of glass, and I do very vibrant colors such as this on the glassware. And I do commission pieces as well if people are getting married and they want to buy, or someone wants to buy a gift for them. I do that. And I've been doing a color wash on either side of this. Because right now the walls are a fuchsia color, and I want to deepen them into burgundies and merlot colors to really give it a dining room feel. So this is my glaze and colors for the color wash, and basically you just create movement along the wall, kind of over the fuchsia and along the border of the mural. And then I have a rag. This is called ragging off, and it's a combination of color washing and ragging. And then you just move the color around, and it disperses it over the wall evenly, and it creates a depth to the mural and to the wall.
Perfect.
Yeah, so this house was built in 1972, I'm pretty sure, and it's got a lot of shag carpeting and The fixtures were torn off the walls. There used to be mirror and corkboard, very dark. And I'm going to be redoing this whole level in a southwestern flair and redoing the banisters, the kitchen, the upstairs. And by the time it's done, it's going to be contemporary and have some New Mexican feeling to it and kind of a worldly sense.
Continuing our women's owned businesses, as reported in the Daily Camera, we are at the Hebert Agency, Farmers Insurance, talking with PJ, who runs this place. First insurance agency.
I run this place?
Don't you?
Sometimes I think the place runs me.
The first insurance agency ever that we've had on Jann Scott tonight in the history of the television show. 12 years, I have never, ever talked to an insurance agent on camera. So this will be good, because this show runs for 3 hours, and, well, no. Well, you know the old story about you sit down with an insurance agent, and then they just, like, keep going, talk to you forever.
Let's talk about your life insurance program.
Oh, I don't have one.
I'm afraid I'm
Right.
pretty atypical when it comes to that. If I go to a party, I'd
Yeah.
like to party.
Yeah.
And no,
Yeah.
I don't take my work
All
everywhere
right, let's
with
talk
me.
about my life insurance. Oh,
We can do that.
Actually, let's talk about insurance. What's the
Because if you are involved in an accident and you're either at fault or people are convinced you're at fault, you need to be able to come up with the dollars to pay the damages, to make them happy, so they'll go away.
or they'll take your house?
They have legal access to the rest of your assets if the insurance is inadequate.
Has that happened?
Yes.
Does it happen routinely, or?
Yes.
Oh no.
The injured party has the right to your house, your bank account, your retirement savings, your car, including a portion of your future earnings.
Really?
Yes.
Just rattle them off like flavors of ice cream.
Car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, policies to cover the rented house, the house or condo, townhouse that you rent to another. The umbrella policy is a standalone additional layer of liability, again, in order to protect your assets from lawsuit. For your business, you need liability coverage. You probably need some property coverage. If you have employees, the law says you will have workers' comp coverage. You may indeed want disability coverage for you and or your employees, which does not pay the medical bills. It merely is a replacement for your lost income because you cannot work. There is long-term care coverage, which pays for the day-to-day care you would need if you were disabled from accident or illness. And again, it doesn't really pay much in the way of medical. It pays somebody to come in and help you bathe and dress, possibly home cleaning, the other chores that you can't do yourself anymore. There is insurance to build a house. There's insurance for realtors to sell a house. There's insurance as kind of a maintenance program, like a mechanical breakdown on your car. There's a similar one for the systems of your house to come forth and pay that unexpected expense because the furnace just stopped working at 2 a.m. in February.
Oh, really? You can get that insured?
Yes. One of the newest products
Yeah.
that is rapidly gaining ground, unfortunately, the cause is there for identity fraud protection. The cases of identity fraud, identity theft are rising exponentially. And there's a lot of lack still in how the system deals with it.
How do people get their identity stolen? The first time you put your credit card on the computer, huh? On the internet.
The
Is that
credit card number, your social security number, availability anywhere can be a problem.
the weirdest thing anyone ever came in to ask you to insure?
Oh my. That would take some thought because there have been a number.
A cat? A dog? Favorite steer?
I have had people ask about horses and dogs. I have had people ask me about collections.
What about the weirdest client?
Oh, now that would be telling.
I know. Okay, I mean
Some of our strangest, oddest clients are the
dealer.
people we enjoy the most.
Sam and Izzy notes. They have been written up in this national magazine. Whoops! It's called Real Simple Business here in Boulder. This is Grace. She runs the company. What do you guys do?
We make personalized cards for people that are interested, mainly holiday cards initially, and now we're branching out to different kinds of cards.
And you got written up in women's-owned businesses in the Daily Camera here in Boulder as one of the women-owned businesses. Of course, we're doing our documentary on women-owned businesses. And because of this one article in here, you've been flooded with
Yes, a lot of
calls
calls and
from around
requests.
the United States.
Yes, and we have a website, www.samizzy.com.
Who's this?
This is Sashimi.
Who wants to be on television? It was a sixth sense. How did you come up with? How did you come up? Oh, this is so cute. Look at that. Do you have cards of dogs?
Yes, and in fact, that's a very, very popular
Oh,
line.
here's one.
Pet.
Is this one right here? Here's a pet one right here. Can you
Yes.
see this? Which dog is this?
Let me see. This is a friend of mine who has 2 American Bulldogs, and she dressed them up and took a photograph of them and sent me the photograph by email, and I cropped the photograph, enhanced the colors so that they would go well with the design on the card.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you get the picture, you get the photograph,
Yes.
and then you turn it into a nice card.
Well, actually, the people send me the photograph of what they would want on the card.
Yeah.
And of course, the photograph has background items and things like that that I would take out. But I would take the photograph and do all those enhancing things and then put it on the design of the card that they choose. So they choose a design and they send me the photograph and I put them together.
Okay, so here's another example. Can we show this one here? Here. Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
So
This is your daughter, right?
Yes, This is her school photograph, and I silhouetted her, so that would mean leaving out the background, and I turned the photograph into a black and white photograph, and put it onto a design that I made. And so,
How did you come up with the name Sam and Izzy Notes?
Sam and Isabel are our children.
Oh, yeah.
Sam's 13 and Isabel's 11.
And it's Isabel.
Yes.
All right. Okay, the article, let's do this. Now, let's go to the article here. Okay. Let's go to the article in Real Simple magazine. How did you end up in here now?
A woman, an editor from Real Simple magazine, contacted me this past summer, and she wanted to do an article on holiday cards.
Yeah.
So I sent her some samples, and she liked them, and so she featured us in the magazine.
All right, are we, so hey, Alyssa.
Yes, I love doing children because they are easy to do. They don't require much enhancing, and they come out quite nicely.
And these are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And now, what are these here? Are more children over here. What are these cards here on this
These
side?
were the holiday cards that I thought turned out quite nicely. They have kind of like a vintage look. Some of them I changed to black and white, and then I tint the background or tint the colors in the photograph. And these other ones, sometimes they look kind of vintage or retro looking with the type of Photoshop skills that I have. I try to make it. I try to really make it to enhance to go with the background.
And then this is what is this now? Is this your personal sort of scrapbook? Is that it? You know.
I'll pass that out today.
Okay. You know what? You have our card, don't you?
Yes,
If you
yes.
give us a call, I always go on Thursday.
Okay.
And I'm always happy to pick some up for you. Okay?
How much do your white stems?
They're the same for you. Almost. This is all the arrangements we keep ready for customers who just walk in and looking for flowers.
Step right in there.
One thing that we have that's unique, I'll show you this. This is our special water bag that we do kind of as a unique design allows you to get a beautiful bouquet ready-made without buying a vase all ready to go. So we keep a couple of those made up. There are tulip bouquets. During the spring, we have those almost every day. And they are a bunch of 10 tulips, and then we've got the tulips. The purple arrangement is Liatris and Iris. The orange and yellow and red arrangement is tulips, alstroemeria, and ranunculus.
They look beautiful against the yellow door.
Thanks. And we have, that's what we call our Get Well bouquet. It's one of our website arrangements. We get a lot of requests for it. Down below, that's called Monte Cassino, Bouvardia, and Yellow Solidago. And then this is another one of our web arrangements. It's called the Gerbera Delight. It's Gerbera daisies, and the bouquet right here.
What are they used for?
Every occasion. Dahlias and orchids and protea.
High style, what does that mean, like for high styling girls like you?
Sure.
And keep going.
And then we keep all our roses in the cooler. We have like 3 or 4 different color roses
And
today.
these are like for people who die and stuff?
No,
Yeah?
this is for love.
Oh, love. Oh, same difference.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a lot of
Is
fun.
it like your kids? Has the most beautiful designs of flowers. Has a great website behind us. All the great designs. We're going to look at some of your terrific designs for people to buy flowers. Like, let's say you have someone in the family has died, God forbid, or somebody's really, really, really sick and dying. You could get
Or have a new baby.
yeah, okay, something happy.
You're going out on a date. It's Friday night.
And someone that you've never met, and then you come here and you get them flowers.
Or you had your 50th birthday and you want to get yourself flowers.
Well, let's see, at 38, that'll be a ways for me. By my 50th birthday, I'm going to commit suicide. Forget about flowers. We don't have to put all this in. Are we letting all the air conditioning out?
It's all right. We're used to doing that. We have the door open and shut, open, shut. These are loose flowers that we keep ready for people who want to come in and just get a couple of stems, something unique. You can see we have green goddess callois, which is kind of an unusual calla lily. Protea, birds of paradise.
Oh, you sell the vases too. Do they come with them?
These well, we have them displayed, but we have all these vases available for
It's so
sale.
hard to find vases. Do you know that in Boulder? Yeah. You go around trying to find one.
Okay. No, I don't need to.
No,
You can get them right here.
All right, well, yeah, that's good, yeah.
Arrangement in the cooler. Well, here you can see people come and get them, just coupled to take with them. We have lots of people who do that. That's one of the popular ones for a Friday night date.
Well, it's Friday night. Are people coming in for dates? So,
Usually starting about 4 o'clock, we'll have people coming in to take flowers, either take flowers home for the weekend, or because they're going out. We get a lot of that because we're close to the university. A lot of young people in the Meadow Shopping Center for 6 months. And we picked this location because it has such high visibility. We're right off of Foothills Parkway, so with our little flower sign, everybody knows we're here. And there's wonderful walking traffic. It's a very busy shopping center. '16, and had a flower shop job ever since. I went to university, got a degree in ornamental horticulture, thought I might switch and do something with landscaping, and then instantly when I got out, I got another job in a flower shop, and I've been committed ever since.
Makes sense.
So that we have some idea that it's going to be a match before we ever send them to the...
We come into the senior's home and do anything we can to assist them in staying at home. We do things from bathing assistance. I owned an assisted living home in Westminster for 18 years. And at that point, all we took was Medicaid. For when we set it up, we felt everyone who could afford it or not needed care just as much. So when we sold that, which was in January of 2002, I decided that it was time to refocus on keeping the seniors in their own homes. although I understand the need for assisted living, having done it for all those years, and there is obviously a need for skilled nursing. But I decided to refocus on keeping seniors in their own homes.
And so then,
I started by looking for franchises in the non-medical home care business on the web.
good, how long have you been doing it?
I've just been in with Visiting Angels for a year.
1 year.
At the present time, I have 13 part-time employees. They range anywhere in age from the early 30s to mid-60s. They are all people who have done this before, who find it very rewarding.
What kind of qualifications do you want
A genuine caring for seniors. And most people have had either experience with their family members, and a lot of, almost all of my employees have worked in this business previously. I have anywhere from no experience to CNAs.
You want to talk?
I check their references, and my agency is run very differently than many. My people are all employees, so I carry workers' comp, I carry all the liability insurance, they're all bonded, I pay all their taxes, and that has become a real selling point. But part of the reason that I chose to set up my agency as an employee-based agency is so that I could have the control, so that that people would not be able to go into these seniors' homes and take advantage of them. The difference between what we do and what a medical home care agency is they are doing skilled things, such as wound cleaning, blood pressures, that type of thing. They will also give medications. We can monitor the medications. We cannot force a client to take them. We can set them out for the client, remind them to take them, but we cannot not actually physically give them to them. We do a lot of the things that skilled nursing agencies don't want to do. The bathing assistance can be very time-consuming, depending on the mobility of the client, and some of the incapacities of the clients. But we do anything that we can. We interface and interact with them all the time. I have many clients who are having visiting nurses, who are having occupational and physical therapists, and my employees go right in there. They learn from the physical therapists what exercises they want done with these clients, that type of thing. We work on those with them when the therapists aren't there. We do. It meshes very well.
P.D. Webster owns 100% of this non-medical senior home care company, which provides meal preparation, hygiene assistance, light housekeeping, errands, shopping, companionship, and they are listed in this year's Boulder County Women-Owned Businesses. Thank you for letting us come and visit with you today.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it.
You got shadows on it.
Festival, we meet with Elizabeth English. She's the founder and executive director of the Moondance Film Festival. 2003 takes place right here in Chautauqua, May 15th through the 18th. Thank you so much for taking a Sunday, coming and visiting.
Thank you for inviting me.
You just won a big award, right? You were called the, what is it, Cannes of Women's Film Festival?
It's the American Cannes. Because of our international focus, and because we also have the best of the best films and scripts. Founded the festival in February of 1999, and I founded it because I wanted women to have an opportunity to have their work seen, both filmmakers and screenwriters. At that time, we didn't have men in the competition, but we've since encouraged men to submit their work, and we're really happy we did. I've been in Boulder 22 years. And I've been part of the Boulder community and activist in many different groups.
Can you talk about your history in film?
My history in film?
Yeah.
First of all, my mother was a very famous movie star back in the silent days. And so you got shadows on it. Our gang comedies, and she was the little girl with the big eyes and the black hair, and I mean the silent ones, not the talkies. And also she was in all the Tom Mix films and a lot of Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, all that. She even starred briefly in Lorna Doone, an old silent film.
So was your mom, do you ever play your mom's old films down at the Boulder Public Library when they do the silent films?
No, but I've seen all of them.
You have seen them all?
We saw them at the Silent Film Theater in Los Angeles, and she was there with me.
Do you have all the tapes?
No, I don't.
Oh, we should get the tapes and put them on Channel 54 in
That
Boulder.
would be great.
Can you do that?
Maybe. I'd like to.
That would be great. That'd be just terrific.
And then when I was 5 years old, a talent scout came and asked me if I wanted to be in the movies. And of course I said yes. I was this pretty little girl with long blonde curls. And my mother said, no, that's no life for a child. I won't let you be in the movies. And I think all these years later, I'm still trying to get into the movies.
Well, now you are on my television show.
Right. Good, good.
Well, we're not going to use all of this.
Yeah. And it matches my outfit. Just do everything for me. This is Tara Allgood. Tara Allgood's an attorney, and she's also the festival director. And Danielle Forte, who is our talented graphics designer. Tara?
This year's festival is May 15th through the 18th, and there'll be over 25 workshops and 3 panels. And we'll also have numerous screenings. We'll have an awards banquet and gala. It's going to be a lot of fun. There are going to be a lot of great films shown throughout the weekend, and we hope everyone can join us.
What are some of the films?
Some of the films, well, we have a number of shorts, feature-length, documentary, short documentary, animation. So they're going to be, last year there were 61 films shown, so there are going to be a lot of films.
So screened the best of Moondance over the years from 2000, 2001, 2002. We also rescreened some of those.
All right.
Right now we're still in the selection process, so we're still sort of organizing, choosing the films, choosing the winners. So they'll be up on the website probably within the next month. This year we should have approximately 60 independent films from all over the world. It will be films from India, Iran, the United States, Canada, and we're really excited to have it at Chautauqua, which is an amazing venue because it's very self-contained, historic, and most of the presenters will be staying here, so we'll have a lot of opportunities to talk to the producers, directors, actors, writers. It's a great opportunity.
The film screenings of independent films will take place here at the auditorium behind me. And we have a very large venue. It holds 900 seats, and of course it's the old historic Chautauqua Auditorium.
Registration will occur in this building, and there will be over 30 workshops, 3 panels, screenings, as well as the awards ceremony. And this is the Chautauqua Administration Building. Expect at least 350 people to register for the workshops, and then there will be over 2,000 for the screenings.
Yep. The workshops are all by professionals from LA, from Hollywood, and they're coming in just to be at our workshops. And we have panels and seminars too, and it's on screenwriting from beginning to advanced. It's on filmmaking, documentary filmmaking, and it's also on how to pitch your work, how to market your work, and how to protect your work, all the way from the first idea you have through the film and you're winning your Oscar. And that's
that I'm excited to be a part of it this year. I was not a part of the film festival last year, but heard about it, and
women should bring their husbands this year.
Women should bring their husbands.
Oh yeah, we have great parties. We have a rousing welcome party, which I'm not going to say where it is yet, but it'll be announced.
Say what?
Yeah. Yep, right up here. Yeah.
And it matches my outfit. catered by a local caterer. And then we have a really relaxing wrap party. It's a wrap, just like they say at the end of making a film. And everybody pretty much lets their hair down and relaxes. We have Otis Taylor, Boulder's great blues musician, plays for us too.
Yeah. Look, this is Boulder's only real film festival. It's well funded. They have a lot of films going on. This is the festival that Boulder needs to show up for this year, and that's why they're on Jann Scott tonight. Also, as the season goes along, before up to May 15th through the 18th, we're going to be telling you more about this film festival. This is a huge deal. This is big. And, you know, next year they probably won't even appear on my television show because, like, Bravo will be here or something.
Well, also, what makes it so big, Jan, is that it's international. We have people wandering around here, Chautauqua, networking, speaking Greek, speaking French. We had a person from Finland who's a reindeer herder. People come from China, South Africa. You see all kinds of people from all over the world here.
This is the Moon Dance Film Festival, May 15th through 18th. It's the biggest art event going on this summer. I say so. Tell your friends. And wives, bring your husbands. Men, do yourself a favor. Spend the $1,000. Bring the little lady to the film festival. I don't know. It doesn't cost
Thanks, Jan. Thanks for that.
Yeah. We may not put that part in.
You got shadows on it. People can stay. They're really nice here in Chautauqua Park with rocking chair porches. And of course, right behind us are the beautiful, gorgeous.
Well, no, I've whitened them.
Oh, you do? But you haven't whitened at the dentist?
No.
A massage therapist. This is the skincare place in Boulder.
Go into La La Land, basically, because it's just you in this space.
Visit.
And I have been fascinated with that list since they've put it out because I like to support local businesses, and particularly if it's women-owned, I will go and give them my money because I think it's fantastic to get to that place in life where you own your own business and you're a woman doing so. So I subscribed to the Daily Camera, so I knew they were putting it together, and I went on the internet and gave them the information because I wanted to be a part of this group that I had looked at for you know, the number of years that they've run this. So,
what do you do here?
So Refuge offers personalized body and skin care, and personalized being sort of the key word and the key concept for what I wanted to create. Refuge has all the elements of a day spa without all the people, which is fantastic because you can come and the space is yours and my time is for you only. And you won't be bumping into anybody else. So in fact, if sort of the downside of my business is I can't work on two people at the same time, that in fact is the benefit of coming to Refuge. All the elements of a day spa without all the people in personalized quality service for massage and skincare. My training in this industry began about 12 years ago in Santa Barbara, and I was working full-time in sales and marketing, and I just felt like I wanted to do something else. And I'd been an athlete all my life, had come from a big family where we gave each other massages, and I got to the point in my early 20s where I thought, wow, I'd really love to know how to do this properly. So I looked up different schools and ended up going and choosing Santa Barbara School of Massage. And it was a nice school. It was eclectic in that we learned a lot of different styles, and we're able to then individualize it through our own training and development in massage. So since that time, I've been doing massage either for someone else or mostly for myself, but always on a part-time basis. It was a passion versus a career. Now it's a career and a passion, which is lovely to combine it. And so I kind of had to figure out what I wanted to do in life. And what I wanted and what I enjoy is working one-on-one with people. And this is the perfect element for me. So I've incorporated massage, body care, and then to make Refuge more unique I realize it's so competitive here. I mean, I'm surprised, Jann Scott, you're not a massage therapist. Perhaps you are. Well, you know, it's like everybody and their grandmother's a massage therapist here. So that doesn't make me that unique. You know, if I was living somewhere else, perhaps it might, but not here. So what is the challenge for me? Finding a niche and being a little bit different and offering something special. So I decided to go back to school, and I chose a school in Denver that offered skincare. And to do skincare, you have to be licensed by the state of Colorado. And it's based on hours. So for 5 nights a week, for 5 months, I drove down to Denver to get my training as a basic aesthetics, and then passed the written and practical test for the state of Colorado to become a licensed esthetician, which is a big fancy word, basically meaning you can do skincare, facials, waxing. You know, if there's hair on your body, baby, I'll take it off. And it doesn't hurt. I got lucky.
So you actually work on people in here?
I do. We just sit and chat, actually. They said I can.
Really, it's like therapy. The stress.
Absolutely.
The stress goes away.
Well, here at Refuge, I use a product line called Pavonia. Pavonia, I specifically chose this line because it's a botanic line, which means it has all natural ingredients. I jokingly say if you buy a product and look at the back ingredients, if you can't pronounce the ingredients, you probably shouldn't put it on your face. So here we have the different products for the different skin conditions. Mm-hmm. So in fact, I have a product line for dry skin, which is obviously an issue here in Boulder and in Colorado in general. And each one has an overall sort of essential oil ingredient. So this is a treatment room, which is a lovely setting on the second floor of my office. Has some great lighting, open space, and still a private setting. Here I do massages, facials, waxing, tinting. I have a paraffin dip for the hands and the feet. The equipment I use, a magnifying lamp. This helps me to look at the skin closer and deeply, more so that I can do visually just without it. This is a steamer, which helps to open the pores, refresh the skin. And this is all of the product line in which I use. The hot pot of wax, which I incorporate in this lovely setting, in these beautiful angles, great windows, and you can sit here and sort of go into la la land, basically, because it's just you in this space. And so it's a retreat, which is why I called it Refuge. I wanted a private place for people to relax and where I can take care of their body and skincare needs.
Do I think they overreact? Incidentally, Ian, this camera right over here, see this one? That's the one to go to. There you go. Ian is interviewing me for his final paper. Can we see Ian?
This is my final film.
It's your final film. He graduates on the 9th. Go ahead. He's interviewing me about students, etc. You can also call in and be part of the interview if you want to. Where we are. Okay, what's that now?
Do you think that in particular instances the Boulder police overreact to certain occurrences?
Do I think that the Boulder police overreact? You know, it's gone completely black up there. Alyssa, what's happened? We can't see anything on the monitor. Hello? Are you in there? Hey, Alyssa, it's gone black.
Hello?
You're fine. The monitor's gone black in here. What's happened?
I'll try to fix it, but you're fine. Keep going.
Hello there. Hello? Hello? Are we off the air?
Fine.
Oh.
Fine.
Okay. Okay, see the monitor? I don't know. I just couldn't see a thing. All right, so what you were saying.
Do you think that the Boulder police overreact to certain occurrences?
Do I think the Boulder police overreact to certain occurrences? Not at all. Not ever. The Boulder police are generally right. The Boulder police hold back. They hold back. If the students rioted in the same way that they did say in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles cops go in with one line of batons and hit you in the legs and knees, and the second line comes in and tags and bans and drags you back. The Boulder police, if anything, are too like, oh, won't you kids be nice? Come on, just be nice. We're trying to get along with you. All we really want to say is, can't we all just get along? Fuck no. When the students start rioting, the cops should just taser them. You know, but these students, man, they know how to drink something. I mean, you shoot beanbag rounds at them, tear gas. They just suck it up. You know, they're so into sucking up, what is it called? Toxic waste, you know, like they smoke a lot of crack and they smoking marijuana and drinking like crazy, so that if you hit them with a taser, it just doesn't affect them. You know, they just keep right on moving. The chicks especially, they're the worst. The sorority girls, you know, they're like, you know, they get that electrical charge from their vibrator. So you hit them with a taser, it's just like, oh, my vibrator, it's my boyfriend. Tase me again. No, the Boulder cops are so easy on these students. You know, like I said, you know, let Saddam Hussein be in charge of the police department. He'd just fucking kill all the students. Or, you know, that wonderful world leader, Fidel Castro. Look what he does to students that step out of line. Fucking executes them publicly.
Do you think the problems associated with students are getting worse or getting better?
Better. Yeah, things are working out pretty well. Probably, you know, I think the university's put ecstasy on the water, calmed everybody down. Yeah, it's definitely better. Yeah.
Are there any resolutions that you would suggest with regards to students getting older?
Resolutions? I think they should pay use tax. You know, like let's say as an example, they pay $20,000 to go to school. I think maybe 2 or 3% should be paid to the city to help revenue, you know, raise revenue for the city, because the city has a shortfall of about $5 million. And I think that the students should probably pay taxes to the city, because they don't pay any taxes to the city at this point. Neither does the university, and yet the city has to provide services to the university. So I think we should tax the students.
Would you say that the students are labeled unfairly? Do you think that a few bad apples ruin it for everyone?
No, I don't think so. I think that the students are not labeled unfairly, ever. I think the students are a bunch of whiners and complainers, just like this questionnaire, this whole premise of your documentary. Oh, the poor students, oh, and the police are mean to them. Fuck no, man. This is Boulder, Colorado. It's our police department, like the country club police department. This is like, it's the country club. Can we give you kids a ride home? What?
Do you feel that too much emphasis is placed on alcohol-related offenses and not enough emphasis on murder and sexual assault?
Not at all. The cops do a great job. First of all, there aren't too many student murders. That's, you know, what do we have like one murder every 2 years in Boulder or something like that. So it's not like, you know, this is not Denver or Houston where there's 13 murders on a weekend. There are rare murders, 4 sexual assaults this year on campus, pretty low range of sexual assaults. I think that's no, I think when students get drunk and start beating the crap out of each other, and that's, you know, from out of there comes date rape and things like that. I think there should be a lot more education, especially for the girls. You know, they need to realize that if they're going to drink and be around boys alone, boys are going to rape them, because that's what men do. You know, men are fucking pigs. They're going to fucking rape chicks. And, you know, women need to realize that, you know, we're all bastards, we're all pigs, period. You know, there's the idea that, oh, I should be able to walk around in the streets at night and feel safe. Nope, not if the boys are out drinking. You know, just count on it. They're going to knock you down and rape you. They've been doing it for fucking ever. Girls need to walk in twos. They need to carry guns. And when a guy comes up and he's going to rape the girl, I mean, I think we should just give all the girls, you know, concealed weapons permits. Guy comes up like this poor girl that got raped the other day, just shoot the motherfuckers. Leave them there dead, leave a note. Tried to rape me, I killed him, sorry.
Do You don't see any problems with that?
With women carrying concealed weapons, I think there'd be a lot less rape and a lot less domestic violence. If only women were allowed to carry guns, oh, fuck yeah. This would be, the old Western saying of an armed society is a polite society would become true. You would see more men becoming gentlemen in this community, and the rapists would blow town, they'd be gone. That's all I think about that.
Have you ever had any bad experience with CU students?
CU students? Nah, not for the most part. I mean, they call this show and harass me and fucking bug me, but mostly, I love them. They're my people, they're all my children. Well, they've left their parents' home, they've come here. I'm like a city father, I just parent them from this television station.
So you've never been attacked by students or anything like that?
Not students, not too much. I mean, but then again, I'm not stupid. I don't go into the bars at night when they're all drinking, fucking gonna kill you, Jessica. I mean, occasionally. No, they're generally pretty nice, they're usually, it's the weirdo, hippie, lefty, druggy, whatever. Oh, okay, the feminists weren't too happy with me. They were all down here, and they had their drums and shit. They were beating their drums, and I was trying to do those, but they're like, those are humorless bitches, they just no sense of humor at all. The feminists are like gone, but for the most part, nah, the students are, they're my people. Wait, what?
Do you think that a lot of the problems just stem from a lack of understanding from the students? That they just don't understand that the cops most of the time are probably trying to do things for their own good, but they just don't want to hear that?
Well, I think that the students are drunk most of the time, so they can't hear anything. Or they're on pot, or they're smoking crack. They don't quite get anything. And then, when they sober up, they're in such a fog that they don't remember what the hell happened yesterday, so somebody tells them. But, yeah, that, and, and they're spoiled. They're rich and they're spoiled. And they've been getting away with a ton of shit with their parents and wherever they came from, and they decided to come here and just take one giant dump on Boulder when they do, just like when they decide to get drunk and burn the city down. And but hey, it's a lesson that everybody has to learn. This is a call? You're kidding. All right, 30 seconds. All right. Oh, that thing came back on. Now, isn't that the weirdest darn thing? I swear to God, it went off, and now it's back. Well,
Thanks a
Ian,
lot for doing
is
this
that?
for me, Jan.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. It's Ian. Say, do we have a two-shot here of Ian and I? Come on and move in closer. Oh, they're rolling the credits. Nice to see you, Ian. Worked on the show this year, and you'll look at him. Look at him carefully. It's Ian Friedman. I predict if he doesn't go to work for UPS and 10 Bar, and he actually sticks with television and film, he'll probably have a great career. You'd be like a public access bum like me your whole life. No, what are you going to do? You're going to go to New York?
Hopefully. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If there's anyone who wants to give me a job, you could just give Jan a call.
Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of jobs.